A Kooglhoupf adventure in the Monarch Cake Shop. The Monarch Cake Shop is in many ways a reflection of Melbourne's immigration story. Located in Acland Street, it is regarded as a St Kilda icon, drawing people from all over the world with its ambience, its variety of continental cakes and excellent coffee. It is particularly famous for its chocolate Kooglhoupf and Polish-style cheesecake. Sitting in the shop indulging in a slice of Kooglhoupf and a cappuccino, I interviewed the current owner, Gideon Markham, to find out more about the fascinating history of the cakes, the shop and the people who have worked here in a long, unbroken chain, still using original recipes. Gideon tells me that the origins of the shop go back to 1931, when Pearl Levine, a Polish Jewish emigre, established it as the Monaco high-class cake shop in the suburb of Carlton. In 1934, she sold it to Jimmy Watson family. She then moved to its present location in St Kilda, naming the new cake shop the Monarch, as it was the closest name to Monaco she could think of. Over the years, a number of families ran the establishment, using the same original recipes passed on from one family to the next. For close to 70 years, the Monarch was a takeaway shop until Gideon, an architect by profession, and his wife Shirley, a travel consultant, together with their daughter Nikki and son Daniel, introduced coffee and tea, making it a sit-down as well as a takeaway establishment. Gideon was born in Poland shortly before the outbreak of World War II and came to Australia in 1963 to study architecture, married Shirley, a local girl whom he met at university, and he worked as an architect builder until his retirement when he got involved with the Monarch in 1996. Over the years, this involvement has become not just a job, but a passion for Gideon and his family. Going back to the history of the shop, Gideon tells me about how in the post-war years up to the 90s, St Kilda and Acland Street in particular were centres for European migrants of different ethnic origins who frequented European-style restaurants and cake shops. Since the introduction of coffee, the Monarch Cake Shop has become an attraction not only for the quality of its products, but also for its old-world style, combined with a certain quirkiness. A mixture which appeals to young and old, Aussies as well as overseas visitors. Gideon believes that one of the reasons for the Monarch's wide appeal is that it's like an enclave in the vastly changing makeup of St Kilda and Acland Street. These changes are attributed to economic forces, which have brought in franchises and chain stores in place of local fruit shops, groceries, newsagents, and other individually owned small businesses that found it difficult to cope with sharp rental increases. In the nearly 19 years of running the business, says Gideon, we had to adapt to the changing demographic and economic climate by introducing sit-in facilities with coffee and also by discontinuing half of the original 100 or so varieties of cakes, while keeping the most popular ones such as the chocolate Kooglhoupf, cheesecake, plum cake, custards, cherry, apple and lemon tarts, and introducing some less traditional products like gluten, milk or egg-free ones. Last year, as recognition of the Monarch's 80 years in Acland Street, the City of Port Phillip named the lane next to the shop Monarch Lane. A special council dispensation and vote were required to hold the event in the lane, and many celebrities and dignitaries attended to observe the nameplate being unveiled. As I looked at my Kooglhoupf with affection, I envisaged all the tradition, history and business acumen that had gone into that cake, and I felt a great sense of appreciation for Acland Street, for although it has changed from a European enclave to a more international one, it still has its special appeal. My thanks to Gideon Markham for the interview.